Well, I can't log into my account here. I'm gonna see if it's streaming. So, Preservation of capital is more important than making money. And you want to lock in your trades, and you also want to protect your downsides at the same time. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another edition of AmericanDreamTrading.com's Futures Education and Trading Program, which is an outreach free to all the social media platforms out there, such as TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, LinkedIn, Facebook, etc. It's a free outreach that we provide from AmericanDreamTrading.com to provide free education and training to those who log in here. We are here Monday through Friday from 2 to 4 daily. I appreciate that you're here today. My name is Mark McSee. I am a moderator with AmericanDreamTrading.com. And this American Dream Trading was created and is owned by Chad Christian, which we call Coach. He teaches us and educates us how to trade in the markets, how to day trade, how to swing trade, how to long-term trade, how to plan for our retirement, investing, all different kinds of things, how to do options, stocks, futures, crypto, you name it. He teaches on it. And I do this full time. I've been doing this full time now for 2 full years. And this is my full-time vocation. This is how I pay my mortgage. This is how I pay my car payment and feed my family by doing this trading in the stock market. I am a day trader. I'm a pure day trader. I don't personally do swing trading, long-term holdings, even though I do have a few. I have a retirement account, obviously, but I am totally dependent on successfully trading every day and making an income to support my family. And I love doing this. Everything that I learned through AmericanDreamTrading.com. Check us out. While you're at it, on all the social medias, if you click like, share, and subscribe, also make sure you click the notification button so that you're notified every time a live broadcast starts. And again, we are here Monday through Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. daily. Now, just a side note, tomorrow is a National Day of Mourning as declared by the President of the United States for former President Jimmy Carter's state funeral. So the stock market will be closed tomorrow. We will not be here either. There will be no live broadcasts on Thursday. We will return on Friday. So please make a note of that. The markets are closed tomorrow. So I appreciate you being here. Anyway, I just, as a disclaimer here, you see it scrolling across the bottom of your feed there. Neither I nor anyone else associated with AmericanDreamTrading.com are licensed financial advisors. Anything that we say here or I show you on my screen is for educational purposes only. We are not licensed to give financial, tax, or investing advice. One of the things I do encourage you, if you have questions, you can type them into your chat box on whatever social media platform you are using, and we will do our best to answer it live as time allows. We may also conduct some live trades to show you, giving examples of how we do what we do. We'll answer your questions that you may have about futures trading. This broadcast is specializing in futures trading. So anyway, if you have any questions or if you have any questions once the show progresses here, feel free to put that in your chat box and I will try to answer your question for you. I see we have a lot of people joining over there on TikTok and YouTube. Welcome everybody over there on Facebook and LinkedIn and over there on Twitch. CVS Frog, good to see you. So, we do have at AmericanDreamTrading.com a free Discord that you can join. That will provide you instant access to our stock lounges where you're able to interact with other real members of our group. We're over 10,000 strong. You can get in there and you can ask questions. You can interact with the other members, see what they're saying. It also provides you instant access to some of our trading materials, such as videos and documents. We also have a slew of free ones over on our YouTube channel, American Dream Trading. You can check those out also. You can get in there even as a free member and make out a help desk ticket if you have a specific question that you just want a limited amount of people to see, which would be the moderators that handle that. We have a dedicated group of moderators. That's what they do all day long. They answer questions, answer help desk tickets, do all the work behind the scenes. I am not one of those people, but um, so that is free also. And there's also discounts for various things in there. One of them being TradingView is what you see on my screen here. It's a software, a charting software, one of the most widely used worldwide that you can get. It usually runs about $12, $15 a month, depending on how you pay for it. Obviously, if you pay for it annually, you save a substantial lot of money. There is a discount for that also in there, so you can look at that. That's totally free for you to access. We're not associated with TradingView. We don't own it. We don't get kickbacks if you sign up for it or any of that kind of thing. It's a charting software that you can trade through. I do actually link my broker that I use, which is Webull. Okay, I do link my Webull account, and I can trade right within here with inside of TradingView. What you're seeing right now, though, is you can tell by here at the bottom of it, I am trading with a simulated account. So what I can do is I can go up here, I can click on paper trading, which I just did, okay? And now I go on here. Now I am trading with a simulated account. This is it lets you trade like you would in real life. However, it's just on paper. It's on a fake account. And this is, you need to start out when you're learning how to trade by using a simulated account. Never, ever, ever, ever use real money. There is no reason in the world to use real money while you're trying to learn something new. This helps protect your account, help you from wrecking your account. So you should paper trade extensively. First reason being you want to be familiar with your broker software. I use Webull. You can use whatever broker you want. Large majority of the members at American Dream Trading do use Webull. It's what Coach teaches on when you see his live screen, but he also uses TradingView also. Another large group of members use TOS, and they all tend to like that. I've never had a TOS account, so I really can't give you an opinion on it one way or the other, but it seems to me from anecdotal evidence that our members really enjoy TOS also. And there's all kinds of brokers out there, interactive brokers, you know, and the big boys like Fidelity and Vanguard and all them. They all have their advantages and disadvantages. If you don't currently have a broker, check them out. You know, do a little Google search, see which one offers what you're looking for in a brokerage house. So I'm partial to TradingView, and it kind of, well, here I can share that screen with you. This is what TradingView looks like. It's kind of, you can set up different types of windows here. I can load up, you know, there's one I can have. I can do multiple charts. I can do, you know, different setups. You know, if I'm doing futures here, I can do this one. You know, so you can actually set up multiple screens and trade, you know, depending on what you're looking at. Like I have one in here that I can trade, that I access my laptop with. It's the same screen, but it's because my laptop has a different resolution than my desktop, which has a different resolution than my phone, right? I can create screens on each one of those and then save it so that depending if I'm switching back and forth to different screens, different devices, it'll look good on each one of them. So, and almost all brokers have that feature. It's not unique to Webull. Uh, I started out doing all my trading and exclusively on Webull, and because I like TradingView for my charting. I love the benefits that it offers and different options and things it provides you. I've now recently doing 100% of my trading also on TradingView, and it works very well. You just pop it up here. I can go up here, set my stop loss. Say if I was going to jump in this, now I wouldn't jump into this right now because it's right now it's at a triple top. You can see it hit here, it hit here, it hit there. I got a gold level mark there. But I'll just do a fake trade here. Again, this is a paper trading, a simulated account, so it doesn't cost me anything. So if I would jump in and buy, I click the buy button. It automatically shows you where I bought it in at, and it also shows you my stop loss. So if this happens too, because I would have never bought it here to start with until I see if this is going to break and hold above this gold level that I have marked for myself. If it pulls back and comes down here, it will stop me out. What's that stop loss for? That is to limit you from a large market pull. It protects your downside, protects you from further losses, right? And these are, once you get them in there, you can slide them up and down, right? You should never slide the stop loss away. You don't want to increase your stop, so you should tighten it up. So if it ever kind of says, oh, if I leave this right here, if it drops that far, it will stop my losses and it will kill the trade altogether. Now, the benefit also of having a stop loss, not only protecting your downside, once this, again, I would have never bought this here, but if this would happen to go up here and break through, then I can slide my stop up as it gains in profit. I can keep sliding it up, lock in my money, right? So if I move it up here and then and if it was green, I could guarantee my profits. So if it pulls back, I could do that. So as you can see, it stopped me out because it dropped back. But I could easily just do the same thing. I could go here and do a short on it. Again, would I short it here? No, not really. I wouldn't because of these levels. But I'm going to do a short. I'll show you how that works. See, now my stop loss is up here. So when I'm shorting something, I'm saying I want it to go down. Okay? That's how you make money when you short. When the price drops, you make money as it goes down. You lose money as it goes up. It's just the inverse of going long. So your stop loss will be up here. So I will lose money if this retraces and goes upward. So that's what your stop loss is designed to do. Now, if this continues in a downward here, all right, and it's at a tough spot right now. Again, I would have never entered this trade in real life at this point. I want to see it break through these indicators that I have on my chart, and I also have these line levels drawn on my chart. These are historical places where the prices are bought and sold over time, and I have those on there. So I would have waited actually till it broke through down here before I entered. But irregardless, I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes. So you can see, now I have this on so you can see I'm actually making or losing money. See, now I'm down $1.25. Right now I'm at break even. Now I'm down $1. Now I'm break even. See how you have to give it room to breathe because you get these natural gyrations of price as buyers and sellers fight over what price they're going to pay. So you have to give it room. I can't just go and move this down instantly to where I bought it. I'll get stopped out right away. So you do have to give it some room. Okay. So as you can see, now the price is dropping more. My profit's starting to go up. So now I can move my stop loss down if I wanted to. I would wait until it actually broke through more, but I can move this down to here now, and then if it retraces, I'm guaranteed my profit. So there I go. See, I can slide this down. I can guarantee if this goes back up, it'll stop me out, but it guarantees me my money. I'm at a profit. Again, I would give it more breathing room in this. I'm just showing you. So see how that worked? See it retraced and was starting to eat up my profits. I automatically locked in my profits and canceled the trade. The trade's over with. So that's the two ways that you use a stop loss to limit your downside losses, and also as you get into profit, you slide it down closer to where the profit is. So that way, if it does this like it did and retrace, I lock myself in with whatever, 20 bucks I made, whatever it was on that. Doesn't matter, right? I'm just showing you. So that's the importance of that. And how do I know how to do all that? I learned all that at American Dream Trading. Like I said, I've been doing this for 2 years personally, full time. I love day trading. I love the flexibility that it gives me in my life. I can get up and walk away anytime I want to. Probably shouldn't walk away right now because I'm supposed to be here from 2 to 4. But it gives me the freedom of time. If I have something to do in the morning, I'll go do what I got to do in the morning and come back. When I get back, I'll jump in front of the computer, trade some more, What the beauty of futures trading is, you can trade 23 hours a day. Only time you can't trade futures is between 4 and 5 p.m. Central Time. That's when the futures market closes for the balancing of the books, and then it reopens at 5 Central. And then I can trade all night long if I want. And I do trade in the evenings. Practically, well, I think I do trade every night. May not do it for real long sometimes. Depends what I got going on, or if the volume's low, I won't sit there all night watching paint dry. But I generally make money sitting on the couch at 8 o'clock at night. I can trade, right? 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. I can get up at 2 in the morning when the London market's open if I want, and play the currencies and everything else that the London markets bring to the table when they open. They open at 2, which be 2 Eastern. I'm talking about, because they're whatever they are, 6 hours, 8 hours ahead, whatever it is, Eastern time. So it gives you a lot of flexibility by trading futures. The way the market works, it opens Sunday night at 5 Central, and you can trade clear up till uh, 4 o'clock, essentially 4 o'clock on Friday afternoon. Then the market's closed the rest of the day Friday and all day Saturday, and most of the day Sunday, and reopens again at 5 Central. So it gives you a lot of flexibility. You can trade evenings, in the mornings, afternoons, all day long if you want. Since you're trading on a margin account, as soon as you exit your trade, you're done trading it, that money is instantly credited to your account. I love that too. Like stocks and options, if you're doing normal trading out of a cash account, you can buy and sell until you use up all your settle cash, but you don't get access to that money until the following day. It has to clear and settle, and that money's not available to you the following morning. Futures, it's instant credit right to your account. That's what I love about it. So over there on TikTok Live, 03453, what times is the best time to trade futures? Anytime. There are better times than others. You specifically mentioned SPY. Obviously, SPY, those type are going to move. SPY in the futures is called S&P 500. It's what you see right here on my screen right now. Okay, see it says the S&P 500. That's the same thing as SPY. Matter of fact, the chart matches exactly with SPY. Now the numbering system's different. These are in the 5,900 price range, but the the ebb and flow of the chart moves exactly the same. SPY, obviously, when the market opens at 9:30 a.m., that's when everybody enters the main U.S. market. So obviously your volume is going to be higher, just like it is in the regular market between 9:30 and 4:15 every day. I will tell you, and let me show you here. Let me back this up. I was trading. You call it SPY. It's not called SPY in the futures. It's called ES, S&P 500 index. And let's see, what time is this here? I was in SPY this morning. I was up. I generally get up way early today. I actually overslept a little bit. I don't go by an alarm. I just wake up when I wake up. Um, I actually got into this trade right here at a little after 6:15, something like that. I started looking at everything. It was right here, and then I seen it was starting to on a downward trend. So I actually traded this one at about a quarter after 6 Eastern time this morning. I rode this sucker all the way down here. It just all of them did. The Qs, which would be called the Qs in a regular market, would be the Nasdaq 100 and the Russell. They all did the same thing this time around. I made a boatload of money right here, and then I wrote it up again. I could have wrote it down, but I didn't. I went and traded something else. I don't know why I didn't in hindsight, but anyway, I did. Right, that is a boatload of money there, folks, that I made right there, just on that dive and this riding that up back way partially. So you can trade the S&P all night long. Actually, the volume's really low, at certain times. You can see how flat it is, prior to that. See how these candles just kind of, not really exciting, right? There's no big upswings or downswings. So yes, there are better times than others, depending on what you're trading. I like gold and oil in the 7, 8 o'clock at night period. Does that mean it always moves then? No. Like I say, 2 a.m. Eastern time, the London market's open, so you're going to get more movement in the currencies. You'll start getting action here in the indices as they come in. 7 o'clock a.m. Eastern. The other brokers that don't allow trading early, their members start pouring in, so things start picking up. So yeah, there was a lot of money to be made here today. People say, "Well, I can't. How do you make money when the market goes down?" Well, you short it. Is what we're doing. We're shorting, right? If you were in stocks options, this would be called a put, but in futures, it's called a short. You're shorting it. So, yep, that's the beauty of it. You can do it at your leisure. How much does the MES French Onion over on TikTok Live? Good question. How much does it cost? Now a lot of them are broker dependent, but with Webull, okay, and they base theirs on what they set it at. It's one contract of MES is $96.36, I believe. You have to have in your margin account. Okay. Now the real true cost with Webull is $1.45 to buy it and $1.45 to sell it. So one contract actually real costs you $2.90. Okay. I will tell you that I bought. I mean, I buy five. I don't know if I bought 5 or 8 contracts this morning when I did this. I can't remember right now. So if I bought 5 contracts, that's $14.50. What I will tell you is if I bought 5, I might have bought 8. But anyway, it's $2.90 a contract. You do the math. Say $3 a contract if you want to look at it that way for easy math. So if I bought 8, that would have been $24, right? So 8 times 3, 24. I made. What did I make? I made $800 here, something like that. I made a god awful lot of money. I went from here to there. Maybe it was 500, something like that. You'd have to do the math. I don't feel like figuring that out at the moment, but so and then it only cost me. If I had 8 contracts, it cost me $24 to do it. That's the real cost. As soon as you exit your trade, that margin goes right back into your account, and you can retrade it over and over and over and over again. Is 7 p.m. a good time to with volume for certain? Yeah, obviously it is. Volume is the gas that drives the car. Without gas, your car ain't going anywhere, is it? Right? And it takes volume to move the price of anything in any market to move it, just like it does with a car. If you have low volume, you can only go so far. It'll only move so much, right? So whether it's a stock market or this is futures, these are futures contracts. This is not really stocks. This is a legal contract. So yes, you have to have volume to move. Certain days there'll be a lot of volume at 7. I love trading oil and gold in that 7, 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock time period. I do it a lot. I've had quite a bit of success with it. Now the volume is lower, but yet there's enough volume to move it. Now this week actually has been kind of lower volume, been kind of slow, but I've done okay. I think I did like $70 last night. I didn't hang around. I was kind of tired and wasn't all that motivated last night. So this morning when I got up is when I did most of my heavy trading. But you'll learn those things. It depends what you like to trade, even Bitcoins and the Russell or currencies or oil or gold or soybeans, whatever you like to trade. There is some better times than others. Yes. Can I espouse what each one of those times are? No, not really. I can for the ones I trade, but there may be things you like to trade. But the main indices like the S&P, the Nasdaq, and the Russell obviously are going to have the most volume between 9:30 and 4, just like the regular open market. So that's when you always have the biggest movement. Now today there was a lot of down. It takes volume to move it. Now volume doesn't mean going up. Volume means there's a lot of contracts exchanging hands, so it could be volume and going downward, right? A lot of people selling instead of buying, right? So volume is what moves it, one way or the other. Low volume, you'll get this when you get people that can't agree on the price, and there's not a lot of volume one way or the other. You'll get a consolidation in pricing sometimes. Low volume can also cause a higher level up here to not hold there because there's nothing nothing to hold the price up. There's not enough action going on at that time, and it could actually cause the price to fall because let's say you only have 2 people in there out of 10 people, and the volume's super low. Instead of having 1,000 people in there buying and selling, let's say you only have 10 people in there. Well, if 2 of them are buying and 8 of them are selling, even on that very low volume, them 2 people aren't going to make the price go up, right? The 8 will make it go down. So that's also another danger of having low volume. Is supporting the current price one way or the other. So yeah, that's a good question. Good. Dave S., good to see you there. TikTok also, RES, Ralph and Dave over on and Corey over on YouTube Live. Welcome everybody. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to type them in the chat box like 034543890001114 did. French Onion did. Uh, and we will do our best to answer it live. I thank you for that. And thanks for the little flowers there, Dave. That's so sweet of you. He sent me flowers. Good. I like coffee better, but it's okay. I'll take your roses. It's a thought that counts, Dave. All right. Oh, speaking of American Dream Trading, we do have different membership levels for about every price point. And again, you should be going to AmericanDreamTrading.com right now and signing up for our free Discord. It is totally free. It will always be free. It always has been free. That part's not going to ever change. But we do have membership levels, which gives you live access to all the things that we have to offer. Let me play this little short 5-minute video for you, and it kind of outlines a lot of the uh, different memberships and benefits that you have as an AmericanDreamTrading.com member. And when I come back, I'll tell you about a special discount that we have going on right now for the new year.
So if you guys are interested in joining us, head on over to AmericanDreamTrading.com. You guys can sign up for a free Discord or one of our paid membership. Our first paid membership that we have is our regular premium membership. With that, you guys will get access to our Zoom. Inside of our Zoom, you will have a live open microphone. You will get live training and trading starting at around 8:45 until market close every day at 4 p.m. when the market is open. You guys will also receive the hot stock pick, the pre-market setup where we go over strategic levels of certain key different stocks throughout the day you can use, and also at the opening of the bell. As a regular paid member, you will also get the IPO Center, so any new and exciting IPOs that come out, you will get them first, plus all the videos on demand. We have around 11 videos to help you get started on your journey with us here at American Dream Trading. They'll go over things like day trading, swing trading, covered calls, cash secured puts, the wheel option strategy, our 2-minute EWO strategy that I have designed and developed from being in the stock market over 33 years. When you're ready to step it up, you can join our VIP membership. By the way, the premium membership starts at $200 a month. The VIP membership starts at $500 a month. With the VIP membership, you guys will get access to early training and trading starting at 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's 12 hours of access to us with some of our self-made millionaires, mentors. And then you'll get training with me starting around 8 o'clock every single day. You guys will get the VIP lounge, all the workshop classes. We put on a workshop class once per month. You will get all of the previous workshop classes and any future workshop classes as long as you're a paid member. You'll also get all the VIP training videos. We have over 50 beginner and advanced videos to help your journey. We also have the TradingView indicators. These are an overlay indicator system that goes on top of TradingView. It will require a subscription, which is about $15 a month. This is my 2-minute EWO strategy. You guys can use this with stock, options, futures, and crypto. If you're a VIP member and you want to step it up to our highest level that we have right now, which is VIP Gold, you can do that for an additional $250 a month. Now, with all of our services, you can buy monthly, quarterly, semi-quarterly, or annual, and sometimes we have lifetime deals on these. So make sure you guys are watching for deals. With the VIP Gold, you guys are going to get all the mastermind classes for free, and we have another one coming up. I will let you know when that is coming. You'll also get 1 hour of tech support where we can remote in and look at your systems and help you get set up with your charts, etc. This is not a one-on-one, but this is to help you get started if you need it. We also have weekend training every Saturday at 11 a.m. If you guys have busy lives and schedules and your jobs, right, are always in the way of you trying to get training, well, we have weekend training. We also have the VIP Gold Lounge access, the VIP Gold Priority Help Desk support. We have our news service where we're giving daily and weekly outlooks of the news. We also have breakout rooms every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. with our other self-made millionaires and mentors. So make sure you guys check that out. Everything inside of the VIP room is recorded. So all of these sessions are recorded for you, including all the training that I had mentioned before. You can catch all of this in the replays only for VIP Gold members. So if you have busy lives, everything is recorded for you. Of course, we have other things inside of the VIP Gold, like the 90-day challenge, the debt-free challenge, where we're helping you to become debt-free, and our brand new in beta live Apple chat, where you guys can watch one of our moderators, David over there, live trade Apple with the 2-minute EWO strategy that I have designed and developed. He has made currently at this time, as of December 2024, he is over $320,000 in profits that he has made using this strategy over the last 2 years. We also have our brand new futures membership. You guys will start getting training for futures from noon to 4 p.m. every day, and all the training videos, terminology, everything you need to get started in futures with our futures membership. With the futures membership, you guys also get the trading view indicators. So those are only available to VIP and futures members. Some of our a la carte services you guys can get, you can get a one-on-one with a moderator. We have all of our training videos, like the mastermind classes, how to grow a small account part 1 and 2 when it's released, but you guys can buy those from our website. You guys can also get inside of our mentorship program. Our mentorship program is $500 a month. You will sit with me every Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern for an hour in a small, intimate group where we can go over larger items or just get you kickstarted, right? Can be IRAs, 401ks, SEP, anything you guys want to talk about, swing trading, day trading, right? Anything that you guys want to get inside of that room. It's just like having a one-on-one with me every single week. And again, those are all of our products and services you guys can get at any time by going to americandreamtrading.com.
And there you go. That's kind of an overview of many of the things that we offer at americandreamtrading.com. Now, I kind of teased you a little bit there. I said that once that was done playing, do have a special New Year's discount going on right now. Any new membership that you purchase, you will receive 25% off if you use the discount code 2025. That would be 2025, as in the year that it currently is. So if you purchase a monthly membership, you would get 25% off your first month. Then it would renew at the normal amount. If you buy a quarterly or 6-month, obviously you would get 25% off of that payment. If you buy a yearly, you receive 25% off of that. So what you would do is when you go to americandreamtrading.com, you scroll down there on the landing page a little bit, and you would see all our different membership packages that are available. At the least, you should be signing up for our free, who doesn't like free, Discord at americandreamtrading.com. Go in there, check us out, kick the tires, see what's going on, right? Ask questions. You can ask questions there 24 hours a day. I will assure you that somebody will answer your question pretty much 24 hours a day. There's usually somebody roaming the halls there at americandreamtrading.com's Discord. Uh, so check that out. Again, you must use the discount code 2025 at the checkout page. You'll see there's a discount code box there that you can put 2025 in. Then you need to click apply, and as you watch the page, it'll automatically deduct that 25% off of the total cost for whatever service you signed up. So make sure you click that apply, or you'll end up paying full price when you really don't need to because we're offering you a discount for right now. How long is that discount going to last? I can't tell you. That's up to Coach um, when he pulls that offer. It could be today. It could be Friday. It could be Saturday. I don't know. It could be 2 weeks from now. I have no real idea. I don't know. But once it's gone, it's gone. Obviously, right? It is a limited time offer, as they would say, right? Join now for a limited time offer, right? You hear that on TV all the time. But anyway, good to see everybody over there at TikTok. Hodson's, it's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for liking and sharing this feed. Make sure you do click notify also. We only have 116 hearts here today, likes. What's up with that? We should have over 5,000 right now. Let's click them hearts and send some flowers, send some coffee. Let's get that clicks up there at 5,000. We can do that in a hurry. That does help the logarithm. That's all that really matters, right? The more likes it's on there, it does help out the feed in the long run, the way computers read things. Well, thank you, Arias, for that gift. And thank you for liking the live. Make sure you click the share button too. Share it to your social medias, whether it's Facebook or TikTok or whatever, YouTube, LinkedIn, right? Appreciate that also. All right, who has a question they would like answered? Let me see here. See any current ones at the moment that I haven't answered already. Um, again, this is the futures. So one of the things I always do ahead of time is before I trade anything, I make sure it has lines on here. Okay, and what those are is I'll go out a long time period, and I will see where all these candles hit, and then I'll draw lines wherever I see multiple hits. Okay, as you can see, I have a lot of lines on here because it hit here, it hit there, and those kind of things. So what I'm doing is looking for multiple. Now this is a jumbled mess looking at it this way, but what I did initially is these were all drawn one at a time. It only takes for me to get put all these lines on here. It took me less than 5 minutes because I'm going through bang, 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 just clicking and putting lines on there. And what I'm doing is I'm marking historical levels at every price point. And what you'll find is it tends to hit them same spots every time, buy and sell at those same areas. So what does that do? I can use that information. It gives me confidence when I'm in a trade, right? Now I have these limits. Now let's just look today here. All right. I haven't added any lines to this today. All right. Just looking here briefly. You can see it came down here. Now it blew through this one, but it came down. It bounced off this line a little bit, broke through, stopped at this line. It actually blew through this line, and it came down, and I have a gold line. Why do I have a gold line there? That's just my own little note to self. I use gold for areas that are really strong, that it really keeps rejecting off every time. It came down there, hit that, bounced, went up. Look what it did. It bounced, come there, paused for a minute, right? And you can see all the different places where this kind of pauses. Does it stop exactly on it every time? No, right? Trading on the markets like throwing hand grenades, close is good enough, right? But you'll see this gives me confidence. So as this each one of these price points get closer to my lines, those are all decision points. What am I going to do when and if this reaches this? Am I ready to exit a trade if it reverses? Because at any one of these lines, it can bounce off and go the other way. Those are called support and resistance lines. It's a support line. In other words, a floor, just like the floor of your house supports you. It can come down there and hit that support while it's coming down and bounce up. Or if it's coming up into that line, that would be called resistance. Like that would be like your ceiling. So um, it can bounce off that and go back the other way. So that's why those lines are. Those are all historical levels where it tends to hit at day after day after day whenever it's in that price range. As you can see with my lines here, it pretty much did that today too. Look here, kind of these ones here are just all. So that's why it's important to have those kind of lines on your chart. It makes it a little bit easier to trade. You have a roadmap per se of what's going on, okay, with the market. So it helps you decide whether you want to get into trade, get out of the trade, stay in the trade longer. Okay, it's a tool. You need to have a roadmap to know where you're going, and so charting these out is very beneficial to you. How do you learn to do that? Well, we teach you how to do that at AmericanDreamTrading.com. I kind of just give you a quickie overview of it. Now, what you also see here is these lines, these trend lines that are being automatically drawn. I drew the horizontal lines, but these other lines are trend lines. This is Coach's 2.0 indicator that only works with TradingView, by the way. Comes as part of your membership. You cannot buy this logarithm that's been designed with computer code, right? It's all built in based on Coach's 33 years of experience of what things he likes to see happen in a trade that he found was successful for him. So this has all been programmed in here. You have to have a TradingView subscription, of course, which is its own separate company. It has nothing to do with us, and it's been designed so that this works within it. This automatically is free. This logarithm, this indicator set here is included free with your membership. However, you cannot buy it separately. Our members that have the VIP Gold, Futures, and Crypto membership, paid memberships, get this for free. And you get to keep it, and it's usable as long as you're a paid member. So, very effective. What do I do with this? Well, I take the information along with the lines that I put on my chart, these horizontal lines of levels where it traditionally hits, historically hits, and I take all this information and I interpret what all this means, and it helps me decide whether I should get in or out of a trade, stay in a trade longer, when maybe to exit, right? Nowhere in here does this say buy and sell, okay? We will never tell you when to buy or sell anything, okay? So that's very effective. Ken, one of our paid members who has access to a live open mic, has a question. Ken, what's your question?
Yeah. Can you hear me? I'm doing
Yes,
this on my
sir.
phone for the first time. Okay, good.
Yeah.
On your chart, can you tell me the difference between, using the coach's indicator, the red part and the green part, and why is it doing that?
Down here, that's the coach's
No,
two.
up on
Oh, up
on
here.
the,
Oh, okay, yeah.
yeah,
I don't have it colored. Let me. Are you talking about here, the cloud?
yeah. Is that the same
Okay.
thing as the EWO?
No, it's not. This is what this all in its simplest form. What this is a visual representation, okay, of when the two cross over. When you have a crossover, that signifies an action. Okay. So this is programmed so that it fills the colors in between the two. Just so you can see basically green is good, right? Red is bad, right? Green means go, red means stop or get rid of it, right? So green would indicate it's in an upward trend. Red would be it's in a downward trend. Okay. It's a quick visual representation of what's going on, right? There's also other information going on here that you get through the training is you get what we call a crossover point where the 21 and the 55 cross over, and at that point, the trend has changed to, in this case, from green to red. It's in a downward trend officially then, until it goes back, and you'll see the mouth of the cloud will widen up as it continues to fall, and if it starts to change course, you'll see this gap narrowing between the two. Now, can I just have lines drawn on there? Yeah, I can. I can take this color out of here, as a matter of fact. It's fully programmable. But then I just have a bunch of lines on here. So the coloring is just to help you recognize it quicker visually what's going on, right? And you can turn this on and off if you want. Then you'll just have lines on there. But with having a visual with the colors in there, it makes you a little bit more aware. If I'm flipping through charts, I can instantly see, oh, look, that's in the green one, right? If I go to the next one, well, it's kind of, look how tight that is. See, well, everything's squished together. So there's really not much there, right? So that's what that's intended to do. Then we also use that for, like I say, the crossover point. That usually indicates the trend is now in full swing of the change from the way it was going. And you can use that for buying and selling decisions. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
All right, thanks for asking. Yep, good question. Uh, Thank you everyone over there on TikTok for sharing the video. We appreciate that, getting the word out. If you find any of this information helpful to you that you're receiving for free, All we ask is you share it on your social medias. I mean, we appreciate it. Dave S., thanks for the feedback over there on YouTube live chat. Me and Dave are old farts. Dave is actually a paid member, been here for quite a long time. Dave is kind of the exact opposite of a trader than what I am. I'm a day trader. I am in and out of trades, sometimes seconds, sometimes minutes, sometimes hours. I don't hold anything overnight. When I'm done for the day, I don't care what the market does after I'm done for the day because it's not going to affect anything I have. Now, I do have some stocks I hold on to, but overall, no, I don't. I am a pretty much a pure day trader. I'm here to grab whatever money I can grab while the grabbing's good, whether it's market going up or the market coming down. This is a beautiful trade here today. The S&P 500 MES, or the ES, had a lot of chop here earlier, and then it went all the way up. You'd have made all that money going up, and then you could have switched and went shorts, rode it all the way down. The EWO switched again. You could have rode it all the way up, rode it down, then rode it back up. Now it's coming back down again. This is all pure money. I mean, that trading doesn't get any easier than what this is right here. I mean, this is just. Fortunately, I was talking, so I can't trade. I will not trade my real account while I'm teaching. Because I'm not paying attention. I'm looking at the screen over here. I have people asking questions, TikTok, etc. Right? I have our own members that may ask questions. So I'm looking at a lot of things. My attention span is split up 5 different ways right now. Plus, I'm talking, right? So I won't trade my real account while I'm doing this. I have plenty of time to trade. Don't feel sorry for me. Yes, I'm missing out on all this money, but I have other opportunities all day long to do. These things happen all day long, right? So this is not a one-off thing. Somewhere at any time of the day, this is occurring. So there's plenty of opportunities to find to trade that. So I'm a day trader. I get in and out. I don't hold nothing overnight. When I'm done with the trade, I'm done, right? I'm usually done by 11 every day at the latest, sometimes earlier. Now, Dave S. is one of our members. He's a buy and hold long term. He's got holding stuff that he's making money on that he's had for years. He's built up an account. Initially, he came in here as a long term strategy investor, right? That's how he trades overall now. But because of Dave's being in here, American Dream Trading, he's learned additional strategies that's helped him be more successful. As a matter of fact, his daughter even trades now, and she has turned her monies into profit also. They've both been very successful. Totally different strategy from what I have, but see, Coach teaches us all these different strategies and educates us, and we have videos and documents, and he talks about them. You can ask a question at any time about anything you want to Coach, and he'll answer it. There's always somebody here that will answer your question. So Dave is the opposite of what I am. Dave's a wonderful guy, by the way. I tease him every day. He teases me, but he's totally different. He's a buy and hold long term, and he's been very successful in his life doing that, and he continues to be even more successful because now he has some other strategies that he's learned to apply, covered calls and puts and just whatever, all kinds of different wheel strategies and things that I don't personally do. That I don't really. It's not that I can't do it. I just don't care to do it. Right? It's not. It's not that I won't ever do it. I mean, I do stock options, calls and puts, but I don't get involved in all the covered calls and all that other stuff that's really complicated. I mean, it really isn't once you learn how to do it, but I don't participate in it personally. Just not my style. And that's the great thing about American Dream Trading is that you get exposed to all the different types of investment vehicles, and Coach trains on how to do all those. Now, we have people do covered calls all day long, and they're very, very, very successful. I have yet to write. I think I've done one covered call in the 2 years I've been here, just to say that I did it. Um, Now,
And
Dave, he does just the opposite. Yes, Ralph.
you have a couple questions, both of them concerning the charts. I heard you mention something about the coloring. I don't know if that's the same person that asked about it, Marcus Mike Jones, and then you got a Diamond Mines
Okay.
that's new to trading and seeking help about the charts over on YouTube.
Do we provide? Okay, I'll ask Diamond Mines first since he asked it first. Diamond Mines, Oliver on YouTube live chat asks, greetings. Do you provide one-on-ones for new beginners? Do we have a one-on-one type of? You can purchase a one-on-one with a moderator, but as far as like a one-on-one type of training, does this do these 10 things and you're going to be successful? No, not really, because that doesn't work. That'd be like, here, read this. Here's a book, read it, and you'll be a successful trader. That's not how it works. We have number one, listening to what coach says every day, day in and day out, which you can listen to him free on YouTube in the morning if you haven't already. By a paid membership, of course, you have access. We actually start with, if you have a VIP membership, we start trading at 4 a.m. in the morning, trading and training at 4 a.m. in the morning. And we don't stop until 4 p.m. in the afternoon. And then again at 5, if you go over on our YouTube channel, we have what we call the aftermarket show with Dawn, and she does more training and answering questions. So we're essentially here from 4 a.m., about an hour break after 4, and her show usually goes hour, hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours. So there's plenty of opportunities to fit your schedule to do that. And matter of fact, the aftermarket show is totally free also, just like this feed is. But no, we do have a disciplined way of teaching you. Yes, we do. Uh, Coach occasionally offers a one-on-one type of things, but it's very expensive and it's more for the advanced traders. But if you'll get in here, we are ready to kind of release our ADT academy, university type of thing, where we have here kind of watch these things in a logical order, kind of help you grasp different concepts, and basically setting up your first broker and all that stuff, and into trading and all that. But we provide education 12 hours a day. You can watch our videos, ask questions, watch Coach, watch me, watch Dawn anytime. As a paid member, you have 12 hours a day of training. And if you're a VIP Gold member, we actually train on Saturdays. So 6 days a week, literally, there's somebody training somebody. Small groups that we have to do small group settings, basically, right? All you got to do is ask your questions and we can answer them. So as you progress, you'll have actually more questions, right? You can start out for free right now by going watching all of our YouTube videos for free. Go to on our YouTube channel there, American Dream Trading, and you'll see all kinds of free stuff that we give you to help you get started, give you a few of the basics. But yes, we will train you. It's not a get-rich-quick thing. Are you going to be a successful trader in 30 days? I don't know. I can't answer that. We had one member that went from basically zero to he made his first million in the first 30 days. Does anybody else do that? No, that's kind of a unicorn thing, but it can happen. Not telling you it's going to happen. I'm not a millionaire, right? I make money every day and I got to pay my bills. So every couple of weeks I got to pull money out of my account, right? My account's growing, but I'm not a millionaire, right? I'm just an average Joe. I did very well the last 2 years. Don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining. Um, so yes, we do provide training, but the one-on-one type of thing, I guess the oversimplified answer is no. There is opportunities down the road once you're more experienced to do that. 1 hour classes. And it's kind of hard to teach somebody from scratch in 1 hour, so we reserve those for specialized training type of things. So I am new to trading, need help setting up your charts, right? Well, if you, as a matter of fact, I think I've talked about that every day this week, maybe. For those of you who aren't aware, every one of these broadcasts is available for free at the conclusion of each one of them uh, on all the social medias. The easiest way to find them all is to go to our YouTube channel, American Dream Trading, and you can find all our videos on there. Any live broadcasts are recorded, and at the conclusion of every one of them, when I hit the button to stop recording here at the end at 4 o'clock, it instantly appears on YouTube, and you can go back and review it. I actually did talk about charting 2 or 3 days this week. I just covered it here a few minutes ago if you missed it. I just gave you a rough overview. You can go back and rewatch any of those. If I get time, I'll cover it again today, depending on how many questions we get. All right, thanks for your question, though. Just hang out and learn. It doesn't cost you anything to watch for free, right? And also Mike Jones, the person with 3 names, 4 names, Ray. He has ADT indicators, but don't know how to get the coloring. We can work with you on that. Matter of fact, we have, if you go in our Discord, which is free, there's a whole section there how to set up the indicators. All you have to do is go in there. Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, there's a whole video on that. If not videos, there's at least a document with screenshots of how to do it. So go to how to, there's a how to section in our Discord there, Marcus, and it will cover that. And if you go through it and watch all that first, if you still having issues, fill out a help desk ticket, and I will assure you somebody will help walk you through that, because that's what we do here. How much will you need to actually start trading? That is probably the best question of all of them. Absolutely zero. You need $0 to start trading. Why? Because you're not going to trade with real money when you're starting. Never, ever, 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 ever. And I mean the word never with a big N, a big E, a big V, a big E, a big R with an apostrophe after it. Okay? You never, ever trade with real money to start with. You will paper trade. You will actually do fake trades, even though it's going to be executed real time. Okay? Oh, look, Eric Moto's here. We're blessed. Hi, Eric. How are you? I see you over there on YouTube. You do not need any money, and you should not bring any money into trading while you're learning. You will paper trade. You will do simulated trading first. Why? Well, first reason is you have to know how to use your broker software. Okay? Uh, so you will paper trade for however long it takes you to know that you know that you know in your knower that you know that you know what you're doing as far as entering and exiting trades, right? How to chart, how to use indicators, what all of them mean, what do the levels mean, knowing what the candles mean. There's actual patterns to candles that you need to know to be able to read. What does it mean when the candles are side by side versus stacked shoulder to shoulder here, like you see on my chart? What does this candle mean that engulfed that's bigger than the other candle, an engulfing candle? What does that mean? All these things tell a story. There's a whole novel, literally a whole novel right here in front of my face. This tells you a story. This has been telling me a story that you see right now since 8:30 this morning till right now at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I can tell you what everything was going on here by looking at all this. Now, it may look confusing to you, and it wouldn't be any more confusing to me if somebody handed me a car repair manual. Doesn't make any sense to me, right? Until you learn how to do it, right? Now I can change spark plugs. Why? Because my dad made me hold a flashlight all them years. I am the best flashlight holder in the world. So, if I want to be a brain surgeon, right, it's all going to be Greek to me till I learn how to do that and what everything means. And then it's just clear as day. You think a brain surgeon has to consult his book every day? No, he cracks your skull open and gets in there with his instruments and does what he needs to do. Because now he understands everything that's going on there. Oh, look, DJ Vinny even graced us over in YouTube Live. So you do not need, matter of fact, don't even think about bringing money to stock trading until you have trained. And I can't give you a time limit. Everybody learns at a different rate. Some people can pick it up in 30 days, some 60, 90, 6 months. The longer the better that you can paper trade, simulate trade, and learn what you're doing. Pick up an education from coach, from watching videos, from reading, from listening. The longer that you could do it, you didn't have any stock market money in your pocket before today, so there's no real rush to get into money in stock market in your pocket tomorrow. Stock market's been here for hundreds of years. It'll be here for other hundreds of years, so you have time. What you don't have an unlimited amount is money. If you come in here with real money, thinking you're going to throw money at the wall and some of it's going to stick and you're going to make money, you're sorely mistaken. You are going to blow up your account and be broke and think, well, yeah, I tried that once. It didn't work out for me. Well, the reason it didn't work out for you is not because you were ignorant, that you were stupid, you couldn't understand it. It was because you're uneducated, right? The more education you can get, the more confident you can be in interpreting what's going on here. American Dream Trading, that we can't emphasize that enough. We want you to get educated first. Matter of fact, we say the saying the coach uses every day: train more, trade less. Coach has a rule for experienced tradings. If you have 2 or more red days in a row, you have to take 3 weeks off from real trading. Can he force you to do that? Of course not. But that's his rule. Coach has 8 simple rules that you need to follow to hopefully help you become a successful trader. If you break them rules, usually the end result is you're going to lose money because you didn't follow some of the basic tenets that he has for how you trade. I mean, ultimately, it's up to you to click the button to buy, click the button to sell, to get in a trade, get out of a trade. I can't control your mouse any more than Coach can. But I will assure you that if you'll take the time to paper trade using a simulated account, listen to the sound of Coach's voice, watch videos, ask questions, read, there's sweat equity. This is not, like I say, if you want to get rich quick, go start buying lottery tickets, right? That's about the only way I can tell you. Sometimes this takes years to be profitable. Matter of fact, and I probably say this every day, you might be sick of hearing it, is 95% of all day traders fail within the first 1 to 2 years. Why? Because most of them are in their basement or in their bedroom trying to learn how to figure out the stock market using their real money. Next thing they know, they blowed up their entire account and they have nothing left and end up quitting. It's very hard to trade by yourself when you're learning, right? Yes, you can read on your own and all that, but who are you going to ask a question to when you don't know what's going wrong? Well, I thought that was a good trade. Why is it wrong? What went wrong on that trade? Who are you going to ask if you're by yourself? You know, when you're having a rough day and you need to talk to somebody, who are you going to talk to if you're the only one there, right? Where are you going to get your questions? Where are you going to get your education? That's a great thing about American Dream Trading. People come for the education and the training, but they end up staying for our community because our community really wants to help you, wants to make you be successful. Again, it's up to the effort that you put into it. So I would encourage you, do not come in with real money. And can't tell you how long, that's up to you. The longer the better. Just remember, you weren't making money in the stock market yesterday. Don't be in a hurry to start making money tomorrow. Again, you can't make it tomorrow anyway because the market's closed. If you missed that at the beginning, tomorrow is a national day of mourning as declared by the President of the United States for former President Jimmy Carter's state funeral, which is tomorrow. Stock markets are closed. We will not be here either. So, what broker do you use? Free asks over there on TikTok Live. You use any broker you want. I use Webull as my broker. Excuse me, I need to get a drink. I use Webull. A large percentage of the members of American Dream Trading use Webull. You can use whoever you want. I would say the second largest group of people in our group use TOS as their broker. There's hundreds of brokers out. You can use whatever you want. If you're already with one and you like them, there's no reason to change just because you join American Dream Trading. You're allowed to use whatever one you want. So, anyhow, yeah, you can use. I use Webull as my broker, right? This is TradingView that I'm showing here, but I showed earlier that, you know, this is the Webull software. It's free to download. You just send money to them and put it on your account, and then you can start trading. So basically, you're sending money to a broker who holds it for you, and every time you buy and sell, you know, they charge that against your account. If you make money, they hold your winnings. If you lose money, guess what? It comes out of your account. So the idea is to have more green days than red days. Eric Schmoto over there on our YouTube live chat asked, what is ES ticker? Well, Eric, let me tell you, have you ever heard of SPY before? SPY? I don't know if you ever heard of SPY. I don't know if that rings a bell with you in the stock market, but this is the futures. Actually, SPY is the stock option equivalent of the futures, right? It's not the other way around. This is the futures market of the Standard & Poor 500 companies index fund. So futures. So it's a futures. Represents the S&P 500, which is the same thing as SPY in the stock market or SPY options in the stock options. So this is the exact same thing. The chart matches up exactly just like it. ES is the main one. When you see an M in front of the symbol, that means micro. Okay, a micro is generally a tenth of the size, a tenth of the cost of purchasing a mini. So there's some terminologies that are different with futures than there is with stocks, and you'll learn that. We teach you how to do all that. So I trade. I mean, I can trade ESs, but I generally do minis because I like to trade in groups of 5. I don't know why. I just kind of comfortable trading 5 contracts at a time. I have done. I think the most ESs I've done is 2. And it depends on your account size too. When you're first starting out, your account is small, so you can really only trade the micros versus, in other words, the little ones versus the big ones. So what you would do is you would go into Webull and you could type in MES. MES main would be one of them. TradingView has its own little different connotation of what they call it. It's MES 1 apostrophe. Webull uses its own notation for that. And ES, which is exactly the same thing as SPY, is MES for the micro, or ES for the mini version of that. Yeah, Eric, if you check out SPY sometime, you might become a successful trader and be able to trade it, right? Yeah, MES main is correct. That is the micro version of ES. It's 1/10 of the size, 1/10 of the cost. Cost of an MES contract, $96.38, I think, something like that. Where an ES contract is $900. So, and of course, the ES is the equivalent of 10 MESs. I could buy 10 MESs if I wanted to, but by doing so, every contract is $2.90 total. $1.45 to buy, $1.45 to sell. So it's $2.90. So if I buy 10 of these to equal 1 ES, I'm going to pay $29 in fees. Well, that would be silly if I wanted just for the size. I want 1 ES. I can buy that for like, I don't know, whatever it is, $8-9. I forget what the fee is on that. So you can see that it makes more financial sense to buy 1 ES versus 10 MESs. Now, the advantage of buying multiple MESs, micros, is that I can shed, right? That would be the only real reason, logical reason to do that. So as you get pullbacks, I can shed some of my holdings. But you're going to pay $29 total fees for 10 of those versus whatever. I forget what the fee is. It's like $9, something like that. So you can see there's a definite advantage to it. Again, it varies broker to broker what they charge you in fees, transaction fees. So anyway, yes. Yes, it's MES main is what is the main one, and that's what we chart off of. Anything that says main, that chart will always be there. If you try to chart MES February and you do that chart, well, when February's over, you'll lose all your charting. So we tell people to always chart, if you're going to use, say, Webull, always choose the one that says main and its name on Webull. MES main, that will always keep your chart if you're going to chart it out. And so anyhow, and by the way, I'm talking to Eric Schmodo over on YouTube Live. He is a young man who is accident prone, and he threw his motorbike where it shouldn't be and busted himself all up. And while he was busted all up, he found Coach. I believe he found him on TikTok, if I'm not mistaken. And it changed his life. Why he was going through recovery because he must not have a seatbelt on that motorcycle and throw himself off of it. You can tell I don't ride motorcycles, right? Why he was rehabilitating, he found Coach and learned how to trade. And this young man, I don't know how old you are, Eric. I'm going to say he's 30 or early 30s. He no longer works a 9-to-5 job. He's fully retired. He's been very successful. He's an inspiration to all of us. He's a go-getter. He's energetic. Let's go, right? He's a fantastic teacher. Matter of fact, he's a fantastic charter. I picked up a lot of the things that how he charts. Now, I chart totally different than him, but I like how Eric charts. I just don't want to put the effort in that he does to creating a chart. His charts work fantastic because he knows what all his stuff means. And that boy can call out pretty much to the penny where something's going to go a lot of times because he has very effective charts. He's a fantastic teacher also in explaining things. So we are fortunate indeed to have him. He's 32, been with Coach for 2 years. Me too. I joined him 2 years ago. Yesterday was my full second year anniversary joining American Dream Trading, and I do this for a living. Yes, Eric's an inspiration to everybody. Young man like that. He's retired. Free over on, the name is Free, over on TikTok Live says, can I make the trades on TradingView using their software? Yes, you can. So I have Webull as my broker. That's where my money's at. All my money is stored at Webull, right? So what you can do, let me scroll up here, show you here real quick. Let me log out. All right, so when you go up to this trading panel, it'll show all the available brokers that you can link with. Okay. As a matter of fact, there's a whole, I don't know what this you can see all of them. And it's not like every broker, but a lot of brokers are on here. Obviously, Fidelity's not going to be on here because they have their own stuff. But you can see all the different list of brokers here. You can go to TradingView's website and it'll show you the same thing. It's kind of hard to probably see that on your little monitors that you're looking through. But I have Webull here, and there's places where you click the paper trade. So all I have to do is go here, click my Webull account, click OK, and bam, my live account is now hooked up. You can see down here it says Webull down here at the bottom. It's got a little green light down here. It shows that it's actually connected. I can go up here, and now I can click, and it will instantly take the money out of my Webull account to do the trading. The nice feature. It's very simple to use. I love it. I love Webull. I just recently started trading live every day using TradingView in the last week or so. I paper traded a lot on it to get familiar with it, get comfortable with it, because you can buy on market, you can buy on limits, stop limits. There's all kinds of different options. All right, there's even a price ladder for those of you who are familiar with price ladders. I've never really used a price ladder. I know you can click on it and it'll fill all this stuff in for. I've never used it personally. I just stay away from it because I haven't taken the time to use it. A lot of people love using the price ladder to price their orders. I don't use it personally. I stick with standard type orders. It's basically, I put in there and one click I buy, one click I sell. So, yep, that's how that works. You saw all the brokers that you can use there for that. But I don't do that while I'm talking here. I'm not going to do a live trade with my real money while I'm trading. That's a recipe disaster for my account. So, yeah. So you go to tradingview.com. I'm sure somewhere on their web pages may show you what brokers. I can't say that I've looked at their website lately. It's built into the software. The software is free to download, by the way. You can always download it, play around with it. It doesn't cost you anything. You can get their web. I think you can use the full. If I'm not mistaken, again, it's been 2 years. I think you could download it and use all the full version of it for, I believe, 30 days. It used to be. I don't know if that's still true. Go to it's tradingview.com is their website. You can go there and look at it, see what they say. Can't say that I've looked at their website recently, but if I remember right, when I first got this 2 years ago, it was free. The full functionality was free for like 30 days. Um, it is a subscription-based software. I mean, you can pay. I pay annually, so I don't have to deal with it. And you have to pay for live data, which is $2.99 a month plus tax, depending what state you live in. That's the only other thing you have to pay for. So you're talking 12, 15, 18 bucks a month for their base plan. That's without using any discounts, which you can get a free discount link at americandreamtrading.com on our free Discord. So are you a member of our free Discord there, Mr. Free? Since your name is Free, do you like free? Because our Discord is free. Have you got our free Discord, Mr. Free? I'm making fun of his name, but did you grab our free Discord free over there in TikTok? I was waiting for him to type an answer. I know there's a delay. Uh, oh, look, Danny Macer Pancake showed up. Ah, it's so nice to see you again, sir. Very nice to see you in TikTok. Everybody say hi to Mr. Danny. He does a lot behind the scenes for American Dream Trading. He is actually the backbone of one of the backbones of it. He's always making fun of me because I'm a boomer. Corey Stylus over in YouTube live chat says he's new in VIP, which is one of our membership levels. Has a lot of great content and training. Um, what is OS shedding? I don't know what OS shedding is, but shedding technique that Coach teaches is okay. Free, thank you. Yeah, it does. If you're there and it says you're a member, you're good. As long as you verify your account within 24 hours of joining, you can. If you don't do that, it'll automatically kick you out. If, by the way, for those of you that aren't really familiar with Discord, if you haven't used it, all the hip kids use it. I didn't know anything about Discord until about 3 years ago when I was playing some online games and I joined a group. I didn't know the Discord either. I mean, it's basically a chat thing. I mean, you can make phone calls, you can do everything on it. We do have an onboarding class that actually teaches you how to navigate around our Discord. Shows you, gives you the girls have a class. Is it twice a week, I believe? You can sign up and go to. It's totally free. They spend like an hour or whatever. They go over everything in the Discord, how to navigate the website, all the things ADT related. So if you're having a little trouble there, you can attend one of them onboarding classes if you have it. I believe they do it twice a week. It's at least once a week. I haven't looked lately. I guess I could look here real quick. See, I'll show you here. This is, let me see here. Let me share my screen over here. So this is the Discord here. This has now, free members will not see all these rooms because you are limited. But you get, there's an education and training section here. We have ebooks. We have how-to videos, quick settings on how to set things up. You can see some of these are video-based training, how to set up hotkeys, turbo keys, stock terms, stock education, different things there. We even have training videos, how to do things about the EWO strategy that Coach has. Crypto. We have a lot of crypto. We have futures, which is what you're listening to today. There's terms and education and some training videos there. All that's available to you for free. There's our other moderators, Ange and Aaron, and of course me down there at the bottom. But you get our stock lounge. You can go in here and actually talk with other members. You can see. Let me scroll up here. Let me just scroll through real quick. Right, this is available to even our free members. You can come in. There's in there people saying good morning. People posting their profits and stuff and their losses, so you can see. There's a question that Max asked: is there an option on some of these things? We did a GoFundMe the other day for one of our members' son who was in a horrific car accident and pretty busted up his head. It was yesterday. I didn't hear it today. Yesterday he was scheduled for multiple surgeries in the same day. There's Mr. Axelrod saying he made 10.94% on his total account. That's fantastic. And people post different things, their charts, their profits. They'll ask questions. Somebody asking, he's trying to decide if you take money out of a Roth and invest it elsewhere, which we can't offer financial investment or tax advice, but so yeah, there's all kinds of things here that you have. You can see all the activity that goes on here. It's a very busy room. You can ask questions in here and somebody will answer it. We also have you can do a help desk. Okay, even a free member, if you have a question that you don't want to ask publicly, maybe in one of our lounges, you can make out a help desk ticket. You just go down here and you click it and create a ticket, type in the pertinent information and ask your question, and we have at least the minimum of 3 people that answer help desk tickets all day long. People that need help from either members or free members. How do I do this, or I'm having trouble with that? Can you explain something? They answer it all. And so there's all kinds of different things in here for you. That's all available free. Plus, there's let's see, where's the discounts at? I haven't looked at. I keep talking about the discount section. There's a new member starting here. Okay, there's an onboarding class, which if you come up here, uh, these are the events that's scheduled right now. Live Zoom training. That's what we're doing as we speak. Futures trading. That's what's going on, right? Aftermarket show with Dawn at 5 o'clock. And then we have pre-market trading at 4. Coach mentorship classes on Thursdays at 11. That's a one-on-one type setting with Coach. We have gold members. We have breakout rooms Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And it shows you here anything that's scheduled on a regular basis on the calendar. It shows you when these are. I was trying to find the onboarding here. Right here. Here's the onboarding. Looks like the next one is next Tuesday, January 14th at 12:30 p.m. And that's the ones that showed. So right now they're having them at 12:30 p.m. That you can attend them to. Uh, so yeah, there's all kinds. I mean, we got things going all the time. Workshop classes, mastermind classes. This is not a one-trick pony show here, folks. This is a full-blown corporation. We're highly organized, full of training materials. Um, People want to say, well, it costs a lot of money. Well, I mean, the cost of membership's all relative to what you get in return, right? What's it cost you to get a college? What's does one college course cost nowadays? What, minimum of $800? I don't know. I have no idea. Been 20 years since I've been in college, but it's not cheap, right? It's not inexpensive. Here you can pay for a year and you're getting no less than 12 hours of live training Monday through Friday. Plus, if you have a VIP Gold, you get training for a couple hours on Saturdays, plus access to all our training materials that you can literally train your 24 hours a day if you want to, right? Plus, the Discord's there. You can ask questions any time of the day or night. So, who signed up for the free Discord since they've been here? If you did, type a 1 in your chat box. AmericanDreamTrading.com. Scroll down on the landing page, sign up for the free Discord. Check it out, right? See what's there. If you want to see how good our community is, I challenge you to ask a question in there and see how quick it gets answered for you. I think you'd be amazed. Our customer service is unchallenged anywhere else. So, Dave S. asking TikTok Live. Mark, on my futures account, I typed in MES and it shows Mesoblast. No, that is not correct. Let me show you on mine. Yes. When you go into, like, say, TradingView here, I'm going to show you in TradingView, it gives you options. You can pick all of them or stocks. I put mine on futures. Yeah, if you do like stocks and you type in MES, you got to watch what you're when you look at it because there's similar. This is what you're seeing. So if I would type in MES, it shows all this stuff here. So what you got to watch, it's actually easier with TradingView. You click on futures. There it is, MES index. Now, if you're doing Webull, you go up here, type in MES. You got to watch. See, yes, it does bring up MES Blast, right? So if you go in there and type in MES like main, then it'll bring it up. Just type in MES and the letter M after that, and that'll bring up your micro S&P. It's called MES main in Webull, MES one apostrophe in TradingView. They all have their way of listing things. Every broker may list it a little bit differently too. So on Webull, yes, you would type in MES main. In TradingView, it'd be MES one apostrophe to bring it up. So that's it is kind of confusing if you're using both, remembering which one's what. But once you learn it, it's like anything else. Once you learn it, you get comfortable with it. Good. What does EWO stand for? Brandon asked, and somebody already answered. It is Elliott Wave Oscillator. However, Coach has taken it another step with the basic EWO, and he's applied his 2-minute principle. And we have this program so that it reflects these different waves in a different manner, taking the basic principle of the EWO and changing it for a 2-minute Coach's 2.0 indicators, which not only shows this down here, when to enter, right? It doesn't tell you when to enter and exit per se. That's up to you. But the general oversimplified rule is you enter whenever the next bar is larger than the first bar at the color change. So in this case, if I was going to enter, let's say this green one as it happened. So when I'd wait, here's the first one. So I'm going to wait and see. Is the second one, once it forms, larger than the first? If it is, then I would enter here. Now, what does that do? That helps get me in at a lower cost, if you want to look at it that way. It gives you a better entry point, right? And then I am going to combine that basic entry information with my charting, where my levels are at, where my other indicators. So I'm going to look at a big picture kind of thing. The oversimplified version is you enter right here. Whenever it goes to the next bar, and it's not always the second bar because it could be flat, right? You can get something like this where they're flat. Um, but that is your ideal entry. What that does is get you in on the lower end. Does that mean this is going to make you money every time? No, but I will assure you it is more successful than not most of the time. So I would enter here. You can see that I would write this all the way up. Now it's up to you to decide when to get out, right? And how do you know when to get out? Well, that's one of the things we teach you and educate you on at American Dream Trading. So you can ride this all the way up, get out at this level here, sell off, take your profit, and look, then it pulled back. And then it goes into a red one. So basically, oversimplified version of Coach's uh, EWO strategy is that, but then you got to have all your other training on what to do with the rest of the information that you see on your chart. And by putting all those pieces of puzzles together, you stand a greater chance of having a successful trade rather than just willy-nilly throwing a dart at it and like, oh, I think I'll enter here, right? So I'm a strong believer in the EWO Coach's 2-minute EWO strategy and these indicators. I love these indicators. They have made me personally a lot of money over the last 2 years. I use them every day on every trade. I literally do. Um, and it helps assist me in making decisions. Now, do I make dumb decisions? Yeah, I sometimes sit there and stare at the screen and it's telling me to do one thing, but I decide to do something else. Well, that's on me. That's not on the indicator, right? That's not on my chart. My chart already told me what to do because I've been trained to know what it says. So, anyway. Oh, you're welcome, Dave. You found it. Great. Okay. What are some cheap futures? Well, I don't believe in buying things that are cheap. Inexpensive? Sure. If you will go to, well, you could go, depends who your broker is also. Are you using Webull? Are you using TOS? You'll have to go to your own broker's website to see what they charge. A lot of that's broker dependent. I know one broker charges $50 for one contract and another broker charges $90 for the same contract. All right. Now, their fees are different. So does it even out? That I don't know. I'm not with that other broker. I did look at them, but I just decided I liked Webull overall better. I was comfortable already with it. Saved me from having to learn a different broker. An MES contract will cost you $96 per contract. A Russell 2000 contract will roughly cost you 58, I don't know, 36 or something per contract. The Qs and that NASDAQ 100, I think, are, what are they, 122 or something to that effect. I forget. Um, yeah, these are all for micros, by the way. Yeah, the micro NASDAQ is 122. Micro ES is 96, and the Russell's 58. There's also less, you can trade currencies, currency pairs. They're even less expensive. So, yeah, that's the way you get started with it with a small account, a $500 account. You start trading one contract at a time till you get very comfortable with it. And then you just start building up your account, $10 here, $5 there, $20 here, right? Eric, because I know Eric, he's a member, been a long-term member. You would be very successful trading futures. It's the same thing as It's essentially the same thing as trading options without the Greeks. If it goes up $1, you make $1. Now, do you have that? The thing you give up on futures that you gain on stock options is because of the Greeks. right? As it takes off, if it really accelerates upward with a lot of volume, your profits accelerate with it, correct? Now, the inverse is also true. If it pulls back real hard, your profits evaporate on an accelerated basis. The other thing is, if it does pull back on you and you lose $2, you may have to make this may have to go back up $3 just to get your $2 back, or $4 to get your $2 back, depending how fast it. And the contracts are stock option contracts. Because of the Greeks, they decay. It's a decaying contract. So like the ES, the Nasdaq, and the Russell, they're all same day contracts. Um, future, basic. I mean, yes, you can buy them out next day or whatever, but essentially they are same day contracts. So every minute that ticks by, the less it's going to pay out. Is it really noticeable at the beginning of the day? No, but after lunchtime, especially after 2 o'clock, especially like right now when they're about to expire in the next half hour, yeah, where it would have went up $1 earlier in the day on the same price movement, you may only go up 20 cents or a dime because it's like it decays is what they call it, right? Time decay. So don't have any of that with the futures. And with the futures, it's a fixed price. An ES contract costs you $96 during the day on Monday. It costs you the same on Tuesday. It costs you the same on Wednesday. It costs you the same on Thursday and Friday. Right? The only time the price is different is after hours trading. The margin requirements are higher. Um, the only cost you have for trading is the transaction fee, which Webull is $1.45 per contract to buy it, $1.45 to exit it. So $2.90 on average. Some are more, some are less, but on average, that's about what the transaction fee is. So in other words, you have to make $3 to break even. So if you go to Webull.com, Eric, actually, you can go, Eric, to our free Discord. Go over on the left-hand side column, where it lists all the channels. Under the education section, there's a whole section there on futures, and you will find those charts. You will find screenshots of the charts from Webull's website that show you all those. The day margin is what it costs you to trade one contract during the normal daily open from 9 to 4. The maintenance margin is what you have to have in your margin account to trade anytime after 4 p.m., basically the 9 o'clock the next day. Maintenance margin requirements are higher after hours. Again, that money's minute that you exit to trade, that money is all put right back into your account. You get instant settlement on your money. It's fantastic. Now we are getting in the last half hour of the day. It tends to be more volatile. We call this the power hour. People are exiting their trades, so you could see a big drop on people selling off. But the inverse is also true. As it sells off, people may jump in and buy it cheaper, right? Oh, it's on sale. I can buy it, right? Or they may run the price up. You just never really know. This seems like this week at least, there's not been a dramatic up or down one way or the other. Usually you'll get after the 3 o'clock hour, especially the last 10-15 minutes, you'll see a dramatic upswing one way or the other. But this week the volume's been kind of really low. And again, people have probably already exited their positions because of tomorrow being a national day of mourning and the markets are closed tomorrow. So you may not see a great deal today. The volume might be a little lower because people don't want to be holding overnight, especially when anything can happen in a news cycle. So, yes, that is correct, Eric. An MES contract is $96.36 per contract. So with a $500 margin account, they would credit your account for less than $500, and you would pay, if you trade all 5 contracts, your real costs that they're going to deduct would be $2.90 each times 5, $14.50. Showed the example, it was the other day, of 5 contracts. And I believe it was on MES. It did one of these deals here. You could do the math. Go pull up the chart. It would have been a $1,200 you would have made on 5 contracts. $14.50 out of your pocket. And you don't see the money. It's automatically deducted. It's not like they send you a bill for $2.90 for each contract. It's automatically deducted out of your trade. But that $14.50 would have made you $1,225. It was yesterday or the day before. It was this similar type of thing here, this drop. I will tell you that I was in this trade over here this morning, and I made a boatload of money there. I was done trading really after this. I ended up doing very well today. So again, I don't have $1 million account, so I am limited on what and how much I can trade at any given time. But as your account grows over time, making $10 here, $30 there, right now I can buy 2 contracts. Now I can make $20 here, $40 there. And then it gets bigger, right? Now I can, if you get to where you can buy 5 contracts, now you can make $50 here, $100 there, right? And on and on and on. So the more contracts you buy, of course, it multiplies your earnings and losings exponentially. So that's how that works, right? So Eric is going to fund his futures account. Attaboy, Eric. I knew I could convert you eventually. You'll love it, Eric. I mean, you're very successful doing what you're doing, but if you're tired of dealing with the pullbacks and the Greeks and everything, yep, it's a wonderful thing. I like it. To me, every investment vehicle has its element of risk. As long as you always trade with a stop in the futures market, your downside is always limited. Okay? If you trade without a stop and you walk away and it does one of these deals, you could wipe out your account. Matter of fact, since it's a margin account, you can always end up owing the money if your account goes less than 0, right? If you're not around paying attention. But that can never happen as long as you have a stop and you're paying attention to your trade. So that's the downside of using margin. Now, the benefit of futures margin, and I did see this question earlier. I'm sorry, forgot to go answer that. Let me scroll back up. There was something about PDT earlier. Let me, if you're still here, let me see. Scroll up on TikTok. I don't see it here. Let me see if I can find it. I don't see it there. Anyway, somebody asked about PDT trading rules. What does that mean? That's a pattern day trading rule, which means in general margin, when you're using margins, they require you to have on like stock or stock options accounts, you're required to make sure that there's a minimum of $25,000 in that account at day's end. If not, you are limited until that account is above that on what you can trade. You can only trade 3 times per 5-day period. If you do more than that, then you will get a violation until your account is back up over the 25,000. So if you lose money, you got to maintain 25,000 for stocks and stock options. So, I mean, as long as you do good trades, stay above 25, you're fine, right? You can trade all day long, right? If not, then you're limited to 3 trades, round trip trades per week, 5 days actually, 5-day period. It's not a calendar week; it's a 5-day period. Now, again, if you have 25,000 or more in there, you don't have to worry about that. But if you do that less than that, and you continue to trade more than 3 round trip trades in a week, you will get flagged. And if you do it enough times, they will actually liquidate your account, send you the money, and tell you goodbye, right? With a margin account in futures, okay, there is none of that. Only requirement to hold in your margin account is whatever the broker requires. Webull requires $500 to open a new account. That is just to open the new account. Some brokers only want $100. Now, you're not going to be able to trade that much with $100. You can. You can trade one contract of MES, and you can trade one contract of the Russell. Now, if you lose any money, that's a different story. But all you have to, Webull in particular, and they all work the same way, you have to open your account with whatever minimum they say. Webull's is 500. After that, you can have whatever you want in your account. If it goes down to, if you do bad, you lose all $400, you only have $100 in your account, that's okay. Well, it's not okay to lose some money, but you know what I'm saying. But then all you think that limits you is your size of your account. Obviously, if your account drops from 500 to 400, it limits on what you can trade. So as your account grows, if you trade one contract at a time, learning, and you make $10 here, you may even make $30 or $40 on one contract, and you can bank that. And as your account grows over time, then you can buy more contracts. I tell you, I started with a $700 account. I traded one contract of this, one contract of that, rinsed and repeat. I would take profit sometimes when I was $5 net ahead of the fees. Once in a while, I'd get a $30 or $40 profit on one contract. I kept doing that day in, day out, multiple times a day. And I won't tell you what's in my account now, but let's just say my last time that I publicly stated what it was, I have 16x my account. So you do the math on that. I'm way over that, different than that now. I'm not going to go into any more of that personal, but I did that one trade at a time, following coaches' rules, following coaches' education and training and experience, learning patience, learning to overcome the psychological aspects of trading. There's more to trading than just clicking a mouse. There's a lot of education you need. You need to understand what this picture in front of you is saying. Okay? There's just a lot going on there. There's a whole novel of information going there. So, but you'll get all it. It'll make sense to you. At first, when you come in, there's so much information you think you need to learn, and all at once your brain will hurt. Your brain will literally feel like mush, like anything new. It's not any different than going to a new job. Remember the first day on a new job, they've thrown all this information. Push this button, touch this thing here, hit that button, do this button, move this lever. Your brain just swims, right? Matter of fact, you probably go home that night and dream about your first day on the job because you were so overwhelmed by the information thrown at you. So it's just you need to take time and relax and absorb what you can absorb as fast as you can absorb it. Everybody learns differently, right? So again, like I mentioned earlier, somebody said, how much money do you need to start? Zero. You will paper trade first using a simulated account. Once you master the software that you're going to use, your broker software, once you master how to get in and out of a trade, and there's usually 4 or 5 different ways minimum in every broker software. Once you understand how to chart, once you understand how to use indicators, once you understand what all that means, once you can practice live, it is live trades, but it's fake money, right? So you will be able to do trades just like it's live here. This is a paper trading account. I can click right here, right now. All right, and I'll show you. Let's just say what I get in this trade right now. It'd be a very weak trade. I'm trapped between the 200. There's VWAP, and I'm trapped between this level here. I got a gold level here, and I'm approaching a level. But I'll just show you. To buy something is not hard. You just go over here, click one button, boom. I just bought one contract. That's how easy it is, right? Anybody could do that, right? You can teach your 6-month-old to click a mouse. If they're old enough to click a mouse, anybody could do this. But the whole art and understanding of what's going on. See here, I made $5. So now I got to stop because I never trade without one. Now the art is, when do I get out of the trade? When do I take profit? When do I let it run? Right? I bought one contract there, and what's that been? If I wanted to, I can take my profit right now if I wanted to. Right? Look at that. I made $15 in, what was that? 20 seconds. Heck, that's easy. Any monkey can do that, right? Well, I made it look easy, right? Now, I would never have done that in real life, but now when I first started out with a $500 account, so actually 700 in my case, I was doing that all day long. If I would see it pause at all, I would just go ahead and take my profit because my goal was not to maximize so much my profits. Now, again, I used my education I had, I would let the runners run. But if there was any doubt that like it was approaching this level here and it might pull back, I would just go ahead and take the profit. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, $30. That was guaranteed. That builds my account up. Every time I do that, builds my account up. So, over days and weeks and months, your account just starts growing like crazy, right? Did I have losing trades? Of course. I still have losing trades. I had 3 red trades a day, right? So, but I had more green trades, so I came out ahead. Matter of fact, I came out a comma ahead. So pretty well today. Anyway, um, so that's how I built my account. Literally one contract at a time on what I could afford to trade at the time. Can you keep the contract till tomorrow? Yes, you can keep it till the contract expires. Contracts generally expire every 3 months. They do. Most contracts are on a quarterly basis, 3 month basis. Some are months. Unlike that, there's always a danger holding overnight. Now, after 4 o'clock every day, you have to have more money in your margin account. This $96 that it cost me to purchase this, if I'm going to let this trade run overnight, I have to have a minimum, I believe it's $1,600, I think, in my margin account to cover that overnight. Um, yeah, you can set stops and they'll stay there all night long. Do you really want something run on overnight unsupervised? I mean, a lot of people do that. It depends on your investment strategy. I don't. I'm in the trade to get what I can to get out. I would not sleep well at night knowing I have a trade running. What if bad news comes and wipes out your account or something, right? I mean, you have stops that's supposed to stop that from happening. But yes, you can run it overnight, but you have to have, if you don't have that amount of money in your margin account to cover that contract, then they'll close that trade out automatically for you. So I'd rather close out the trade when I want to than when the broker says they want to, right? May not be the optimal price if they close it out. I've never had that happen because I've never done it. But yes, you could do long term, like quarterly. I mean, you can buy out a contract now that doesn't expire for a year from now if you wanted to. You can do long term investing with futures, and they also have futures options, which I will not play with ever because that's the point of me coming to futures was to get rid of that options risk.
Yeah.
So,
If you like a good swing trader, yeah,
mm-hmm,
especially with the contracts that don't have no Greeks, right? You factor in how much you know the contract costs to hold it overnight because with the maintenance margin or whatever. And shoot, I mean, that's my plan is to swing trade, but with the currencies of the futures, with the futures contracts, but with the currencies, like the margin maintenance on them are a lot cheaper.
right,
But I'm gonna be swing trading at that point, I know I'm gonna
yeah,
be going in for it because that's exactly how I trade forex in the forex market. So just to cross it over and if I'm be because I hold my trades in the forex market for 2 or 3 days,
mm-hmm.
and
Well, here,
sometimes I get kind of tired of closing the contract and reopening it back up, and then you miss that time, and it's just like I could have kept this trade going.
Yep. Here's a day chart of the euro. I love trading the euro myself. Ralph trades all kinds of my. I don't know. I've just kind of drawn. I mean, it's not that I haven't traded them all. I've just had. I kind of like the euro. I don't know why. You can see it's kind of in a downward trend. If I wanted to do this on a long term, I would use coach's indicators this way. So we're going to look in hindsight, but let's just pretend. Get rid of this stupid line here. Let's just pretend this is today here, okay? So I would wait for the indicator. If I'm going to do a buy and hold strategy, longer term swing trade, I would want to wait. Ideally, if you're going to do an EWO play, I can do a day chart and I can play the EWO because it works on any time and it works with any investment vehicle. That's another benefit of the price of membership is you getting that. Works with all kinds. Works with stock options, futures, crypto, you name it. It probably works with bonds too, but I'm not a bond trader, so I can't speak on that. So I would ideally, if I'm going to be an EWO, use the coach's 2 minute EWO strategy. I'm going to wait for this change over here. Okay, it's green to red and a down. So here would be my entry. So I would have entered here. That let's just say that's today. Let's say today's October 7th of 24. Let's say I was in a long term. I was in a long term. I would obviously not ignore it every day. I would take a peek at it every day. But as you could see, by following coach's strategy over here, it doesn't say to get out of this trade at all. As a matter of fact, I don't know. That's a boatload of money there. Whew.
Yeah, yeah.
Imagine
All
what
those
that's
days
worth
are
with
just
one contract. Yeah. I
yeah,
mean,
it's just dropping day after day. Just
yeah.
drop,
I mean, you
drop.
could do the math. It's dollar nine. Now it's down to $2,905. So you subtract them two and figure out how many ticks that is and how much each tick is worth, and do the math on one contract just by buying and holding there, right? Um,
Mhm.
So by following his 2-minute EWO trading strategy, using the indicators that's built into Coach's EWO, right? At no time did it say get out. Now, up here got really, you'd really have to be a dedicated trader to hold it through here, but it didn't break to 55 for, I think, totally get out. But I personally, when I
Yeah,
got
that's
out,
like
yeah,
breaking.
I would have freaked out there myself. But yeah, you could have re-entered, right? But if you if you are again, now I say I would freak out there, but I'm not a long term buy and hold. Dave in our group, he does long term. He doesn't. Yes, he may be concerned when he hears bad news or something, but he's held on stuff for years. He's seen this happen every week, right? So he would ignore this. This wouldn't excite somebody that has the long term buy and hold mindset. I don't have that mindset. So when I say I would freak out, well, that's because I don't have that mentality. That's not how I trade. I'm a day trader. I'm only in there for
But
today. But
you
look, it's
notice,
really a straight line if you get rid of that one, right? Yeah.
yeah. If you
So,
notice, the EWO do the same thing
mm-hmm.
as like a 2-minute EWO. You see how it like swing back and went against you
Yep.
at first, and then it just dropped and melted
Right.
down, and
And
after the
no.
run, you had like a consolidation. That's the
Yep.
same thing that happens in the day when you get in.
Right.
Like most 2-minute Evos, like when you first
Mm-hmm.
get in, like it'll move up and you're like, oh, it's coming against me, and then all of a sudden you get like an explosion in price, and
Right.
now we in the 6 hour trade, and then next thing you know, you like coaches like you want to think about shaving now because it'll just start doing that up and down thing like consolidate. That's the same thing that's happening right there,
Oh, yeah.
except it's the longer term. That's all.
Yeah.
It's a little
So if I'd entered here, what does that say? 1.090. Where's it at today? Let's just
a
say
lot of
we
ticks away.
a lot
That's
of
a lot
ticks.
of ticks.
That's
Yes,
we'll just use
that's a
this
lot
line
of
because
ticks.
it's easier to see. Minus 1.02. You just got to do that. I mean, if he was in this trade, it would tell you exactly how much you made, but we're not. So you got to do some math. So that's 0.0618.
Wait, the euro is at 102 now?
Yeah. Well, it's up now. It's
Oh,
at
Aaron got his
101.
hand up. What's up,
It's at
Aaron?
103. What
Aaron is in
is
here.
what is a tick on the euro? I don't have that in front.
125.
No, well, how many, what does it pay on? It pays on the fourth digit, third digit. What's it pay on?
It's the fourth digit and it's 125.
So, so I have 0.06. So I need to divide that by 0.001, right?
Mm-hmm.
0.0001. So that's 618 ticks. How much does a tick pay?
125.
$1.25.
Yeah.
All right, you want to see the power of one contract, and what does one contract of the euro cost?
And that's a micro.
Yeah, this is a micro. What does it cost?
The micro contracts, I think they cost about, I don't know. Let me see. I think they like a
I
hundred
forget.
bucks. They
Nah, they're
probably
not.
like
Let me see here. I don't
they're
have it.
not
Right.
100. I think they like 70.
Let me pull up the website here real quick. I don't have it right in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Click, click, click. I'm looking here, looking. Sorry, folks. I know. Micro
Eric
euro
Snyder.
is 101. You have to have $101 in your account. Okay,
Yeah.
that's all you have to have. So you could $500. You could have easily bought if you had $101 in your account. It doesn't cost you 100. You have to have 100 in your account. How much does one contract cost with Webull? $1.45 to buy a dollar. So for $2.90 real costs, you want to know how much money you would have made just on one contract by following coaches if you were a long-term buy and hold, right? If you got in when the EWOs told you to back here, I think obviously that's October, right? But again,
Yeah.
this strategy works on long term also. To
It
today,
had to be
to
1,000.
today, one contract that cost you $2.90 when you go to get rid of it is now worth $772.
Okay. That was
Two
close to a
dollars and
thousand.
90 cents made you 770. One contract. If you had a
Yeah,
five
you would have
five five contracts, It would cost you
Okay,
$14.50, and
3,500.
you would be up $3,800, 3,860. So anyway, that's just the power of time there, right? Currencies pay well over time and pay well over a movement.
Yep.
Cool. Eric's Moto is in the house. Eric, how's it going there, buddy? What do you got for us today?
How's it going, Mark? Doing pretty
Uh,
good. Just
good.
admiring your education here on futures. Just had a couple of questions here because
Okay.
I'm about to dabble into futures as well. I'm about to start with $1,000 on my trading account and then
Mm-hmm.
slowly but surely grow it, taking
Mm-hmm.
small base hits.
Yep.
Um, so what do you normally like to trade? Because on the in the stock world, I like to trade Apple and SPY. Those
Right.
are my two go-getters.
Well, you'll
What are
do
your
what you will do if you put your SPY chart up, Eric, and go by the levels that's on your SPY chart. You will
Mhm.
kill it in ESs, MES, ES. That's the S&P 500.
Perfect.
I know you're the SPY whisperer. Now again, the numbering system, the scale's different. SPY's whatever, 200 and
But it's the
ES
same
is
chart,
2,000.
Eric.
Yeah, you could take the
Same
chart and
exact
overlay
chart.
them on top of each other, basically. The pricing scale's different, right? ES is 59, 57. What's SPY? Probably 500 and whatever it is. I don't know what SPY is right now.
And so this how you look at it, Eric.
O-
So if you
Okay.
do mini contracts, that's like trading SPX. And then
Okay.
if you do
Mm-hmm.
micro contracts, that's like trading SPY.
Right.
Gotcha. The
Yep.
MES, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. MES is your
MES is like
micro.
SPY.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get
Perfect.
you get paid on ticks. So there's a every point, or if you want to say dollar point, is divided up either in tenths or quarters or halves, which is just a little bit of terminology difference. The ES is every quarter it goes up in price. You make whatever. ES is
125 on ES.
yeah, $1.25 for every 25 cents it goes up. Now it only goes up in 25-cent increments too. It doesn't go up, point 0.1, point 0.2,
Cent.
point 0.3. It goes up in quarters. So the price scaling is a
Okay.
little different. So for every one it goes up, you make $1.25 per contract.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, no, I mean, you can see the wild price swings. I mean, it moves $3 at a time, right? Yeah, if you
If you make
compare
a
your
dollar, you
SPY,
make
I
five
do the
dollars.
same thing. I like IWM, right? I
Yep.
like I'm not like you. You're a lot better than I am, but with my IWM chart, I am highly confident, just like you're highly confident with your SPY chart. Correct? You've done it enough that you're pretty sure of yourself that your charting is about as good as it can get. Correct? That's how I feel about
Yep.
IWM. I use whenever I actually trade the Russell, okay, futures. Now again, the pricing's different, the numbering scale, right? I will have my IWM chart right off to the side on my other screen, and I'll be watching my levels because I haven't been trading futures, long enough like I have the IWM, so my lines aren't they're getting better over time, right? I just haven't tested that I'm as sure. I will use my IWM chart to watch my levels, especially my gold
Okay.
levels, and I'll compare the two. Now, obviously, this number is going to be different, right? But you compare the two, it's kind of like having a cheat sheet there beside you. But until you get your charts charted out, that's how one way you can do it, right? Compare the two. So you know what it's if you got SPY up and it bounces here all the time, more likely than not it's going to bounce at this level, right? Again, nothing's sure. You can use that information on your chart to apply when you're trading your ESs and stuff. So, yep,
You
you'll
you
love
like
it.
to trade you like to trade the micro E mini Russell
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's the
M2K?
same thing
yep.
as
M2K, same thing as
that's the same thing as
IWM,
IWM. Yep.
right?
Oh, so it correlates with
Yep.
IWM,
Just
kind of
just like
like
Yeah.
just
It's the
like
same
ES,
exact chart.
MES. This if you get
uh-huh.
your SPY chart, you'll see it goes up and down exact same way because
Oh,
they're
okay.
all based on the futures. Futures aren't based on them. Everything is based off the futures are actually the father of SPY, the father of
Right.
SPX.
That's
So
where they get the price from.
right, it all comes from here, from the futures market. So we're kind of using we've been using the child when they're here all the time this year. Now the benefit is, of course, there's no Greeks to deal with. The disadvantage is there is no Greeks to deal with. Okay, so you're not going to get, when you get these huge candles and trading a stock option, you may make 1,000% in a short period of time because of the acceleration of the Greeks, right? Or just the opposite. If it pulls back, you lose 1,000%, right? I'm exaggerating to make a point, of course. So you don't have that. That's the only, if you're going to compare the two stock options versus futures, you don't have that acceleration. So if it goes up $1, you make $1. If it drops $1, you lose $1. But if it goes up $1, you got your exact same dollar back. You don't have to make $2 to get your dollar back like you do with a
with
stock option.
options.
Right. So
Exactly.
so you give up a little bit to gain something different. They're just different, right? They all have their benefits and everything else with it. I like this because my biggest losses were on major pullbacks that never recovered, right? And that can be detrimental sometimes to your account. And these are just as volatile as the big boy, as the SPY and all them. Believe
Well,
me.
I'm training it right now, the micro ES main, and I'm following it with SPY. SPY's hitting a resistance at 589.93, so I'm about to close this out at $30. Sell.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Just sold it.
What I
So
like about them is you could just put a trade on and let it ride.
so
Like
I just made $31 off of one contract, paper trading, of course, because I don't have any
Yeah.
money on my futures account.
Right.
But
yeah.
I'm gonna fund it today. Like literally as soon as we get off, I'm gonna fund it right now.
Yeah.
Um,
If
but
you're going to send them money, it takes 5 to 7 days. If you do an inter transfer in Weeble to your
uh,
future account, once you're approved, it takes a few minutes to get approved. You have to answer the questions, of course, right?
oh no, I'm already approved. I'm already all
Oh,
set up.
okay.
It's just a matter of
Yeah.
just sliding some funds in, and that's it. I already
Yeah.
have the what's it called, the to get the right market price,
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah,
real
the
time. Yeah.
L2
real
real
time
type
data.
oils. Yep.
Yep, I got
So
that.
if
And
you
then
fund it from your stocks account, I think it's
uh-huh.
instant, right, Mark?
Yeah. Yeah, it
But
is.
if you
If you
like if you
transfer
Oh
from
use the
your,
heck,
ACH,
no way, really?
yeah.
yeah, if you use the
Oh,
ACH, it's gonna take
say
like five
less.
days.
Oh,
Yeah.
say less. Say
Yeah,
less, because
because
I
see
have
what
plenty of
they
money
got
to
like an
transfer.
Right.
I
Yeah.
think it's like an anti money laundering loophole rule
Right.
that the CME group came
Oh,
up
Yeah.
with.
Yeah. You
the
can't
So
do
if they familiar with your stocks account, the account that you funded with your stocks already, then you can just go ahead and put the funds in that way. Basically, they want you to use the same account that you go in with to come out with. If you register a new account, it takes 5 days for
yeah.
that account to, I
Yeah.
guess, sync up or
It's
whatever.
it's it's practically instant if you take it from your individual account and transfer money to your futures account.
I felt like we learned with coaches' teachings. I felt like we learned the hardest things first,
Yeah,
and now we're
exactly.
getting to the
I'm like,
easier
that's
shit.
what I
Yeah,
said.
yeah,
I'm like, what
yeah,
the heck? I already know how to do this because coach,
Exactly.
right.
because of the education and training that AmericanDreamTrading.com has provided us, I didn't
Yep.
have to learn a new skill. All I had to do was learn some different terminology. That's all. What's a
Hey, and I
Exactly.
tick?
said
What's a
that on the
tick?
aftermarket, and everybody was like, "Are you serious?" I was like, "Man, listen, options is the hardest thing to trade. Every
Yeah.
other market after that is easy." You know what I'm saying? If you can
Yeah.
trade options, you'll be fine in any other market. You know?
Yeah, because options, it's like you have to be super laser focused. Like you can't be on your phone or get up and take use the restroom or like
Right.
Everything
you
got to
oh
be
go answer
right.
the mailman. You know what I mean? Like no, you have to be like dead on glued to the screen because you have Greeks on you. You know you have
Hmm.
theta, you have gamma, you have all these attacking your contracts, and you got to make sure that it's going in your favor because the minute it's not, it's just chewing up all your profits.
Then not only that, they got their foot on your neck with the PDT. Like the cash account. Right?
Yep,
If you don't have no buying power, you can't get back. It's not like if a trade like coming to stump you out, you can't just be like, "Well, I'm gonna get right out right here and get back in." If you don't
yep,
have the funds, if you have the funds, of course you can do that. But with
exactly,
futures with a small account, if the trade's starting to dump right quick and you in the profit, you can say, "Hey, I'm gonna take my profit right here, and then I get back in if it recovers from this sell off." That's an option that you don't have
Mm-hmm.
if you trade options. No pun intended.
All right. Now, one of the
You know,
benefits
small.
of being a paid member is they have access, as you can hear Ralph and Eric talking, access to a live microphone We actually trained for 2 hours before we went live today at 2 o'clock. Now, we are past 4 o'clock, so it is time to say goodbye. But however, we may very well continue some training here after the fact, because we will not be here tomorrow. Tomorrow is a national day of mourning for former President Jimmy Carter's state funeral. Stock markets will be closed, and we will not be here either. However, we will still train probably tomorrow, because that's just how we do things around here. Just to answer one last question, Jessica asked in TikTok Live, is there futures training? There most certainly is. Paid members receive a minimum of 20 hours of live training each and every week. We train for 2 hours in our closed session in a Zoom call here, as you heard Ralph and you heard Eric talking just now, right? Um, and we go over different subjects. We'll discuss our trades, what went wrong, what went right, why did it go right, why did it go wrong, those kind of things. Or if somebody just has something that may spur a whole new conversation. So anyway, paid membership does have its advantages. What you see here today is a free outreach of AmericanDreamTrading.com. Make sure you go to our website, AmericanDreamTrading.com. Grab that free Discord membership. Check out our other membership packages. And one last time, I don't know how long this is going to last. If you would like a 25% discount on your new membership packages at the checkout, use code 2025, and that's good for our entry-level membership, our VIP Gold, futures, and crypto memberships. You can apply that to any one. It doesn't have to be with futures. Of course, I'm particularly attuned to futures. I love futures. It's my favorite. So anyway, I thank you all for coming. We will be back Friday. Again, we will not be here tomorrow due to the National Day of Mourning, and we will see you Friday, same channel, same place. Make sure that you provide a positive outlook for those that you come in contact with the rest of today and the rest of the week. Be an inspiration, not a downer. See ya.